Give me a moment to get organized. And it's good to see everyone, and thank you, Shelley, for that warm introduction. And the lighting is great. Thank you. Well, hello, colleagues. Bonjour, Annie. Welcome to our 2022 annual meeting. I am so happy to address a room full of delegates in person as your president. I do have to say, it is nice not having to worry about being unmuted or having my video on. It is also great to be able to connect with members in the elevator, the lobby, the parking garage, and on the street corner while lugging your suitcases to engage in the work of the union. There's nothing like being greeted in person with a smile. I have to begin by expressing my sincere gratitude and thanks to all of you for your dedication to public education and to the trade union movement. Our 83,000 members deserve thanks and recognition for the amazing work they have done to support students over some very difficult years. Local presidents and local leadership teams, thank you for your work supporting members. I also want to specifically welcome everyone who is joining us for the first time at an in-person annual meeting. I'd like to ask you to stand up so we can give you a round of applause. Please stand. Wow. Welcome, that is awesome to see that. I also want to recognize and thank our annual meeting committee and all the staff who've done a wonderful job organizing this annual meeting. Finally, I also want to take the opportunity to thank the executive and the release officers. First Vice President David Maston, Vice President Monica Rusnak, and Vice President Shirley Bow. Executive members Nathan Kaur, Gail Bannister-Clark, Gundi Barber, Amy Chavez, Andrew Chitka, Juan Yaya Gary, Shade Hashmani, Mario Spangolo, Julie Stanley, Sylvia Van Kampen. You can give them a round of applause. Last but not least, all the fabulous work we do could not happen without the support of our General Secretary, Sharon O'Halloran, and Deputy General Secretaries Lisa Mastrobono and Lorna Lamore. Thank you, women, for your dedication and your outstanding leadership to the work of the Federation. Colleagues, we have heard the COVID-19 pandemic described in so many ways. Challenging, once in a lifetime. We heard about the need to pivot repeatedly. We grappled with all of the pitfalls of hybrid learning, and we worked with fear and uncertainty as we learned about new variants. We know we aren't totally over COVID-19, but we have persevered through the worst of the pandemic. People, rightfully, want to forget all about it and move on. But I want to remind you that the work you did, the lobbying, the actions you took to address safety, and your unending support for students and their families helped save lives. Together, unions in this province held the government accountable and forced Premier Ford and Minister Lecce to do better, to protect our communities and to provide more support and funding over the past 2 years. This week, we will be focused on the future of public education in Ontario, making decisions together that chart the course of our Federation. Annual meeting is a time where we get together and see friends and colleagues from across the province. It's been years since some of us have been together, and many new members are here for the first time. Please take advantage of the opportunity to connect, plan, and organize. As you all know, Ontario had a provincial election on June 2nd this year. Unfortunately, Over half of all Ontarians either didn't notice or perhaps were more likely to choose to ignore that Ontario went to the polls. I was very disappointed to see such low voter turnout. If you want a little more frustration, it seems from post-election polling that most of the non-voters are disappointed with the election outcome. The results seem less an endorsement of Doug Ford and more of an indicament of the opposition parties, two of which are now going through a process to find new leaders. It's too easy to blame individuals for their disengagement. It's frustrating, absolutely. But our challenge as leaders in public education is to organize and build support for better schools. And on this issue, the people of Ontario are largely behind us. Many Ontarians are struggling, concerned around the pressing issues ranging from inflation to climate change. We share those concerns as we continue to advocate for our students, our colleagues, and our profession. There is much work to be done, but remember, the people of Ontario trust you when you speak about the needs and conditions of our schools. They do not trust the Premier or the Minister of Education. While parents and caregivers absolutely want stability, they are not willing to accept more cuts to public education. They want public schools and students to have the in-school support and resources they need. They want public schools and students to have those supports and to continue to have those supports long after this government is gone. Diverting $225 million in funding from public schools to private services is not what Ontarians voted for. Once again, Shame is right. Once again, this government has failed to protect our high-quality public education system. Shame on them. Shame. ETFO will continue to vigorously press for the necessary reinvestments in the system. Plans are well underway for a public campaign in the new school year, which has been approved by your provincial executive. So look forward to lots of positive messages about the work of our members and the importance of public education. We are interested in refocusing on what matters most to all of us. We need to come together to support our schools. We need a complete commitment to excellent universal public education for every student in this province, regardless of their personal circumstance or geographical locations. We need a complete end to hybrid learning. We want to get everyone back to class safely and in supportive learning environments. We all know, that's right. We all know that this requires investment and respect for frontline educators. This involves addressing our fail-to-fill issue, the use of unqualified faculty students and emergency supplies is not the answer to attracting and retaining qualified occasional teachers. Our ECE members need job security and recognition from this government of the knowledge and expertise they bring to our top-notch kindergarten program. Despite all the disruptions this past year, the work of your federation continued. Professional learning programs, many of which have been online, returned in person in April. I know the ETFO office has been much busier this spring and summer, and has been great to see members in the office collaborating and growing as per the professionals they are. ETFO has embarked on some important work in adopting an anti-oppressive framework. It's the method and process by which we understand how systems of oppression such as colonialism, racism, sexism, homophobia, transphobia, classism, and ableism can result in individual discrimination, discriminatory actions, and structural or systemic inequalities. You will be seeing and hearing more about this as we develop a shared language to discuss our ongoing work towards a more just society. This year, we advanced our work on our anti-Black racism multi-year strategy. We developed new resources to support members in their classrooms, Teaching for Truth and Reconciliation, and we participated in a task force struck to examine how to support members experiencing anti-Semitism. This year, I am certain you were pleased to hear that we finally received a judgment in our legal case regarding Bill 115 and its impact on ETFO members. In February, Justice Letter issued his decision on remedy for the charter violations, over $103 million for ETFO members. This is a significant victory for all of us. This is your victory for holding the line and pushing for more appropriate compensation for the violation of your charter rights. This decision serves as a reminder to the government that they must not interfere with collective bargaining. ETFO will never stand by and watch our collective bargaining rights eroded. Let me repeat that again. ETFO will never stand by and watch our collective bargaining rights be eroded. We went straight through from one round of bargaining to a pandemic, and here we are back at the bargaining table. We've had a very busy year getting ready for 2022 round of central and local bargaining. It started in the fall of 2021 with an all-member survey that included tens of thousands of members. Based on your responses to that survey, the Provincial Collective Bargaining Committee developed ETFO's bargaining priorities, which were approved at the Representative Council in February. As you know, ETFO gave notice to bargain on June 13th to the Ontario Public School Boards Association, the Council of Trustees Association, and the government. As has been shared with members, we have some upcoming bargaining dates starting in August, starting at the end of August, August 30th to be exact. The next step in the central discussions with OPSPA and the Council of Trustees is to develop a final list of bargaining items, which is what the parties need to do before formal negotiations begin. There'll be more to say about bargaining this week, and particularly on Thursday. I hope you take full advantage of your week here together. There are many significant issues for your consideration at annual meeting, and you will set the Federation's course for the next year. I look forward to hearing from all of you from the floor, but also with the informal conversations that take place during the week. Let's be kind and respectful to one another while we address some serious topics and critical issues facing our 83,000 members. We have a lot of work to do this week, but I hope you also enjoy your time here with friends. I could not end this meeting without inserting a little Jamaican patois. My speech ends with, "Thank you, colleagues, and have a wonderful meeting." But if we were meeting in sunny Jamaica with the beautiful palm trees, I'd say, "Walk good, brethren, walk good." Translation, walk good, colleagues, walk good. Merci, miigwech, Irie.